So welcome, David, for Game Drive. I know you.
Thank you.
I know you know Nairobi National Park.
I do.
Very well.
I can see it right on the front of my hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So welcome again to Nairobi National Park.
Thank you, Brian. It's
Yeah,
wonderful to be here. It's one of my favorite parks. Small, but full of lots of different ecosystems, which a lot of the other bigger parks don't have the same diversity
Yeah.
and varied habitat that Nairobi National Park does.
What's your favorite thing about Nairobi National Park?
Peaceful. It's peaceful. Of course, I love all the animals.
Yeah.
And without a doubt, it's home to many endangered species, which is quite important. And we're very lucky to have this in the city. It's the lungs of Nairobi.
Yeah.
We are very blessed to have this park. There are so many favorite things about it. I love showing people the park. So when they come, I always take them to the park.
Yeah. Just a few minutes from the main gate, we have a roadblock.
We have a roadblock. The lovely baboons. That's why I parked my car away from.
Yeah, because they can get into.
They knock the tiles off the roof, and then they end up on your car.
Yeah.
I park it away from the building. You know, so my friend in Michael, right?
Yes,
so his
Michael.
mother-in-law is a great artist, and
Yeah.
she's done all these wonderful books on the different animals of El Kurama and Laikipia.
Yeah.
And she even did these children's books, which are great for adults too. All hand painted, all the text is hand done. And she said to me once, before she started doing these books, that she just didn't like baboons. But when she decided to do something on the baboons, she ended up loving them. I like them.
Yeah.
They're very funny.
Oh,
They're wonderful to watch.
What's your favorite animal? You have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah.
My favorite animal, if I had to pick one, should I say the dung beetle?
No one has seen the dung beetle.
No, the dung beetle's very important, and it breaks down the dung, obviously, and but that's really not my favorite animal.
What's your favorite?
Since we don't have any elephants here, I'll leave out elephants. My favorite animal in the park could be the serval cat. I love the serval cat because you only see it every now and then.
Yeah.
But this year,
Uh-huh.
there have been so many serval cats, and they usually just spot them and they jump into the bush, and you don't see them anymore. But this year I've seen dozens of them, and they've been staying out of the bush for a while, sometimes 15, 20 minutes. I could follow them or watch them.
Yeah, I spotted one this year for the first time. I've never seen one in the wild except this year.
So we have a lot of serval cats, and they love the high grass. They hide in the high grass. So that's one of the important things. I would say, though, outside of the serval cat, of course, I love the leopards, even though they're very hard to see. And it's just luck. And I've seen 3 this year, so I'm lucky.
Nairobi National Park?
Here in Nairobi National Park.
Where?
One up in the forest.
Okay.
One over, before you head down to Morkieti, the Morkieti River.
Okay.
So up on top, just before you head down. And I saw another one just around the corner near the Nangolomon Dam, crossing the road. So.
Yeah. So David, you're the chairman of FoNNaP.
Yes, I am.
Right.
Friends of Nairobi National Park.
Nairobi National Park. What does FoNNaP do?
What does FoNNaP do? FoNNaP does a number of things. One, we're basically here to work with KWS in keeping the park healthy and protecting the park, and that's what one of our mandates are. We also do game counts on a bi-monthly basis, and we just gave a game count workshop, and that was pretty amazing because about 60 members showed up, and more than half of them were Gen Zs, and I was very psyched about that.
So they help you count the wildlife in Nairobi National Park?
Yeah, we count the wildlife. We do every 2 months we do game counts. And of course, you're not going to see everything,
Yeah.
but you're going to have an idea of what,
Roughly how much we have.
yes, of what we have here in the park, of all the different animals, the birds, the amphibians. Of course, it's hard to see everything, and there's lots of birds that nest in the grasses that we're not going to see, and lions aren't always where you want them to be. Sometimes they're out in the bush and you won't see them. But over periods of months and years, you get to understand. Not only do you get to know what the how many animals there are, how many different types of wildlife there are, and the numbers, but how they move about the park, which is quite important, and how their numbers come and go. And some animals, we even do the game count in the Naratanoi Conservancy, which is in the southern part of the park. It's on the other side of the park, and it's a community-based conservancy of about 10,000 acres. And so we know that the animals move back and forth from that conservancy into the park, depending upon the season, whether it's rainy or hot or cold, etc., etc.
So, how do you do the count? Maybe
How do we do the count? We split it up into different sections of the park, and each group of volunteers takes a different section and goes through the park, and we write down everything. We write down whether they're adults or males or females, whether they're juvenile, the number of them, and the location. We try to do the location by GPS if possible, but not everybody has a GPS. But on the phone, they can pinpoint it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And if you're doing it six times a year, right? The count. If you're doing it 6 times a year, then you must be, getting accurate data.
We hope that the data is accurate. You never know, right?
Yeah.
One of the things we know is that the buffaloes are gone.
Because they said. This. You know the park very well.
Let's go this way.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the dam.
Okay.
See what's hanging out of the dam first, and then we can go anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're doing it six times a year.
If we're doing it 6 times a year, and we've done it over a period of dozens of years now, I believe dozens of years. I've only been the chair for a FoNNaP for 3 months. So, but I've been a member of FoNNaP for 12 years, and I've taken part in the game counts ever since I was a member. But so,
what bird is this?
This looks like a gray. Oh no, it's a heron. But what kind of heron it is, I can't tell. Yes, I'd say the data is as accurate as can be.
Yeah. It's a heron.
It's a heron. It looks like a gray-headed heron. A gray heron. Not a black-headed heron, a gray heron. Hard to tell though through the trees.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I think that the data is as accurate as it can be, given that we don't see everything. But I think that over a period of time, we do see all the animals. So we shall stop here for a second.
Yes, this is
Nangolomon Dam.
Nangolomon Dam.
You don't have a camera on your.
On my.
On your.
I don't know. I just have inside, and then I use this if I want to film outside.
I see.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a lot of editing with this.
Yeah.
You must. How long are your
videos? About 1.5 to 2 hours.
Okay. Oh wow, they're long.
Yeah.
Okay. Nangolomon Dam.
Yes. What do we have here?
What do we have here? We have African spoonbill. Lots of sacred ibises.
Yeah.
And the sacred ibises used to nest in the tree out in the middle of the dam, but the tree fell down.
Yeah.
So they don't do that. I have no idea where they nest now. Probably on another tree somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't see any crocs. There's usually like 4. Oh, there's a croc in the water over there. See it?
Yeah. I see it. I see 2 of them.
Yep.
3.
3 of them.
Yeah.
And there's many big crocs in this
in this dam.
In this dam. I also see some blacksmith plovers.
Yeah.
in the background. But that's about it. There might be some hippos. I think there are some hippos.
Yeah. I mean, this is a whole ecosystem.
Right. And we have a forest over there, savanna over here, water over here, and in the forest there are a number of streams, as you know.
Yeah. I rarely go to the forest side. I don't know why. I think I'm always the savannah side.
I go to the forest every now and then. I like the forest.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that
there's a big population of black rhinos there.
There's some, but the rhinos move around too. There's a big population of black rhinos, and also down by Athi. Athi has a large number of black rhinos, and also there's an area between the two main roads that parallel the park on each side, and there are black rhinos within there because it's very bushy. Because as you know, the black rhinos love eating browsing on the higher bushes.
We go left side or right? We go.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's go this way.
Okay.
Unless you would like to go up.
No. Today you're directing me.
I have no idea. Let's go this way because I've been going that way. You know, I come in from the other side. I come in from Bagadi Gate.
From Bagadi Gate.
So I always do Kingfisher first. And stuff,
okay.
I like
sense.
coming in from Bagadi Gate.
Yeah. Okay.
What else does FoNNaP do?
Yes. What else does FoNNaP do?
Okay, so let's start again. So FoNNaP conducts those game counts every 2 months.
Okay.
We do cleanups.
Okay.
We've done we take children of all ages into the park. In fact, we're working on a project. We're taking children from some of the less fortunate residential areas and bring them into the park.
Giving them an opportunity to experience wildlife.
And we're giving them a very good opportunity to experience wildlife. Not to just experience it, but to enjoy it and to learn about how important the park is and to take that information back to all their families. We also work with all schools, not just the other schools. We just have this one new project that we've been doing for the last 2 years, and it's a great project. We've helped with the invasive species. We do have a number of invasive species in the park, and that is an issue.
By removing it.
By removing the invasive species, but really it needs a better plan because the invasive species, as you can see, the Parthenium, take over quite rapidly.
And the animals don't like that.
They're poisonous to the animals. At least the Parthenium is poisonous to the animal. The prickly pear cactus or the opuntia isn't poisonous to the animals, but the spines get stuck in their tongue. When they eat the fruit, and the fruit is very tasty. I mean, I've tasted it. It's lovely, but it doesn't belong here. It's not native. It's indigenous to the southwest of the United States and northern Mexico.
Yeah.
So you don't really want that here.
And how do you become a member of FoNNaP?
How do you become a member of FoNNaP? You go to the website and you look at the different categories. Right now we have about 300 to 350 members. I'm not 100% sure. We have about 20 corporate members, and we have a number of other corporate members who have been asking us to meet with them. A number of other corporate potential members, I should say. So there are different categories. There's individual and family. Individual is, I think, 3,000. I could be wrong by give or take 500.
Yeah.
3,000 shillings, Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
Not British shillings. Family is 5,000, and then we have a category for students and youth, and that's, I think, 500. So
I could be a member.
You could be a member. Definitely, you should be a member.
Yeah, you need to.
How come you're not a member? Why aren't you a member, Brian? I want out of this car.
I mean, you need to recruit me to be a member.
I will recruit you.
Ah, okay, good.
We also have different events. We have picnics. It's going to be our 30th year in September. So we're going to have, next year, we're going to have a lot of 30-year anniversary events.
Activities, yeah.
But we do different events. We sometimes have picnics and gatherings. We're going to have a grass workshop, which is really very fascinating because there are dozens and dozens of species of grass in this park. And grass, without the grass, we wouldn't have the animals, really, because the animals need the grass, and the predators need the animals that eat the grass. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So the grasses are fascinating. I don't know too much about all of them, but I do know that the person who is coming to give the workshop is a grass expert.
He's a grass expert,
and makes grass come alive when he gives a lecture. So we'll probably have different field workshops. Probably one on invasive species. Probably one on the grasses, and we probably will have events where we have lectures on different aspects. One is going to be on the corridor. We're planning an event on the new corridor system that will link. We're holding a workshop on the corridor, the newly announced corridor that was approved by the president, by the government, that will connect Nairobi National Park with the greater Athi Kapiti ecosystem, which is much larger than the park.
Yeah.
And it is to the south of the park. And eventually they want to hook up the Athi Kapiti system with another corridor to Amboseli, and that will wonderfully connect the historic migratory patterns of the wildebeest and some other animals that used to travel all the way from Amboseli to Nairobi National Park.
Yes.
Elephants did that too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they used to come. In fact, the elephants still wander close to the park, but they're
close to Nairobi National Park?
Yes, the elephants still wander close to Nairobi National Park. As it's part of their historic migratory pattern, but they do get turned away by KWS because having elephants in this park, which is so small, it's only 29,000 acres right now.
Yeah.
It would probably destroy the park.
Yeah.
Because they would probably go and rip down every tree.
Yeah.
But we might be able to handle a few elephants, but one never knows. Also, it's very close to the city.
Yeah.
And I think that would increase with the human-wildlife conflict, which we have problems with, issues with lions sometimes leaving the park and taking advantage of easy prey of livestock.
Yeah, we're getting lucky with birds today.
We're getting very lucky with birds today. We have another gray heron here.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite bird?
Do I have a favorite bird?
Yeah.
I love the martial eagle. I love the fish eagle.
Yeah.
I love the secretary bird.
Yeah. It takes off like a plane.
It takes off like a plane. It runs across the grass and then just takes off.
Yeah.
And they're very lovely.
Yeah.
Very lovely. But I like them all. There's not one bird I don't like. I love the vultures. I like watching the vultures. You go to one of the water holes in the park, and the vultures are always cleaning themselves. Vultures love to clean themselves and keep themselves clean. And you wouldn't think that a vulture would be so hygienic.
Yeah, considering what it eats.
Yes, you would never think that the vultures would be so hygienic, considering that they love to eat the leftovers of kills. They love to eat carrion. So there you have it. I even saw about a month ago a lion leapt up and grabbed a vulture and ate it.
What?
Yes.
Did you capture it?
And I didn't capture it because I got there just at the time
Well,
when
as it was
grabbed
happening, yeah.
But I did capture all the vultures looking down at this lion eating its buddy from a tree. The vultures were in a tree.
Yeah.
And eventually the vultures all flew off.
Yeah, and left their friend.
I don't know if the vultures were sad,
Yeah.
angry,
Yeah.
or just hoping that maybe the lion would get tired of eating a vulture and leave some of it for them.
Well, yes, because a vulture will always be a vulture.
A vulture will always be a vulture.
Yeah, and apart from FoNNaP, I know you're a really good photographer, a veteran photographer.
Yeah, I've done photography quite often.
Yeah.
Much of my life. And yeah, I love wildlife photography. I've done all sorts of photography. I worked in journalism. I've worked in corporate. I did a lot of annual reports. I love taking photographs of people working. It's to me, it's amazing. I love taking pictures of people. I like taking pictures of everything. And in fact, if the light is great and the subject is wonderful, anything is photogenic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're a member of the National Press Photographers Association.
I was a member of the National Press Photographers Association.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure if I've paid my dues. So I need to pay my dues. I'm sorry, guys. It just slipped.
Yeah. And Nikon Professional Services.
Nikon Professional Services. I was a member of Nikon Professional Services, but since I bought some of my cameras here in Kenya, they don't want me to be a member anymore. Can you believe that? Because I was a member of the USA. Nikon Professional Services has different membership organizations. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Nikon Professional Services has different membership organizations. There's a European one, there's a North American one, there's an Asian one, and I think there's a Mideast one, and we would have to belong to the Mideast one, but we're not Mideast. They've ignored Africa. They've ignored Africa.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm a member of that anymore. So
yeah.
I think I let that one expire.
So do you remember the first photo you took that you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do?
Do I remember the first photo I took? Yeah, I used to carry my father's Exacta VX2A, made in early 1950s, which was a beautiful camera. It had a Zeiss lens on it. I used to carry it to school, and I used to take pictures of all the classmates and the teachers, and then I used to develop them in my closet darkroom.
Yeah.
So I always loved.
Yeah.
I guess we're going this way, even though I didn't intend to go this way. So let's just go this way.
Okay, or we can just get in there.
No, let's go this way, and then we'll come around.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's how I started out in photography. My father taught me a lot. He wasn't a professional photographer, but
yeah, he was doing it as a hobby, but you picked it up as
he did it as a hobby. And I wasn't going to go into it professionally. I got my degree in land use planning and natural resource planning and geography. Basically, and my emphasis was on those two.
Yeah.
I worked in that for a while.
Yeah.
But I started selling photographs, and I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up working in many different fields because of my photography, and it's been good to me. What can I say? I love photography.
Tell me about Alaska Pipeline in 1975.
Oh yeah, so that's where I sold my first. How do you know about that I worked on the Alaska Pipeline? Actually, I sold my first photograph professionally for some annual reports for the oil companies of all people. But hey, when you're young and they want to pay you, and you love your photography, and you're working up in the Arctic slope.
Do you still have that
great.
photo?
I have that photo. It's in a storage room in New York, I believe. So it was a series of photos, the first ones I sold. And then it made the cover of an annual report, one photograph of a worker balancing a pipe, one of these huge pipes, as the D9 or the D10 Caterpillar pushed it to the next pipe where it was going to be welded. And that worked really well. I was very happy. It was a silhouette with the mountains in the background, actually. And there were a number of other, about 20 other of my photographs in that annual report. And it was a great way to start a business. But I only did it part-time as I was going to school. I went back to school, to college, to finish up my degrees, etc. And I didn't go full-time until some years later.
I know some of your photos have been showcased in New York.
Yes.
Exhibitions.
I've had exhibitions in New York, in Italy, in France. So yes, and Massachusetts, in Seattle. Yes, exhibitions are great. I actually some of my exhibitions were just abstract work. It wasn't wildlife. I love photographing wildlife, and I like to make them come alive. And I love photographing landscapes as well. I also do abstract work. I'll see a splotch of paint on the wall. It might look like a drunken woman with a dress on, and I'll just photograph it. Or I'll see some ice on the side, and it looks like an old man with all the darkness going through the ice. It's all different.
Yeah.
I once was photographing a splotch of paint on the wall with some holes in the wall, and I had a tripod, and I didn't even notice it, but a bunch of Parisians were watching me the whole time. When I turned around, there were about 20 Parisians watching. Why is he photographing that? But it turned out to look like a Gumby character.
Yeah.
And I like those photographs because kids like those photographs.
Yeah.
If I am saying something to children, I think it's great.
In photography, is it the camera itself or the photographer?
You can have any camera. You just have to. So with film, you just have to learn how to use a camera. Each camera is slightly different, but you have to understand that in either the film you're using and how much light a film or a digital sensor can capture. On a bright sunny day, a digital sensor cannot capture that whole spectrum, neither can film. And in fact, you can have, let's say, a bright sunny day on the beach. You can have a 1 to 20,000.
Good on.
Oops. Where are we?
We are at 17.
We're at 17.
Yeah.
Let's go straight.
Okay.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Okay.
Let's go straight. We haven't seen too many wild animals yet.
Yeah.
Even though the sign said wild animals are dangerous. I think humans might be more dangerous. Okay, so where was I? So,
yeah.
You can't capture the total spectrum, the luminance of a sunny day on the beach, or a sunny day up in the Arctic, where the reflection on the snow just is tremendous. What you have to do in darkroom is to compress that and decide what you want to expose for and what you want to see, because you're not going to be, because film and digital sensors only have about 1 to 100 ratio of light that you can pick up. So it's an art to understand. And in the film days, you had to get to know several different films and how they worked and how to develop them for different light. So I used to make my own developers, or dilute the developers that were commercial, just to get the different, to be able to contract or expand the light in what I thought was in the negative before I could see it. Now you can see everything.
Yeah. And
today you also have a histogram which tells you whether you're overexposing or underexposing, and that helps. But I rarely look at my photos on the screen as I'm taking them. I wait till I get home, even with the digital, and I think that's because I started out in film.
Yeah, and also you have so much experience,
right?
So you kind of know what you want.
I think after a while you start shooting, and you start. I always shoot manually too. I don't shoot
auto. You don't shoot auto.
I don't shoot auto. Maybe sometimes when I'm shooting wildlife, I might put the ISO on auto, but even then, I'll change the iOS and the settings, because I don't always want everything to be middle gray that I'm shooting.
Yeah.
So I still think I did a lot of my work in black and white, although the first pictures I sold were color slides.
What are your 5 favorite photos that you've ever taken?
5 favorite photos I've ever taken? Huh. I don't know. The day after 9/11 was a tough one. Some of those photos are...
You were in New York during 9/11?
I was in New York during 9/11, and I went the day after down there with my friend who had just retired from from the fire department in New York City. And he said, let's go down, let's help. And I went down there, and of course, it was just... we got separated, and I got lost because it was chaos down there. Although the workers were working very hard with buckets, and maybe the picture of the bucket brigade of the workers taking the rubble from the ruins of 9/11 and bringing them back. They were hoping to find somebody alive.
Wow.
They were hoping to find somebody alive, but I don't think they ever did.
Do you still have those pictures?
I do have those pictures. I did not sell them because I did not want to make money off of that tragedy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
It was tough because at one point, it was tough, and it was smelled. You could smell the death.
Yeah.
And at one point, there were some police officers. They had found some bodies, and they needed somebody to help carry them out on Guernsey. And I was resting because breathing in all that air was not good.
Okay.
I mean, that stench. I mean, it was still burning. There's a bird that looks like a martial eagle.
Yeah.
I haven't been really paying attention to where we're going. I've been too happy talking with you, Brian. So let me get a picture of that. That looks like a martial eagle.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can get like a really good shot because you've come with your gear.
I've come with some of my gear.
Yes.
I don't need to have this on in the park. I
Yeah,
never keep
sure.
it on.
It's okay.
Okay, so let me reach over. Shoot for about a month. And can you back up just a little bit, please?
Okay.
I was hired to do an architectural shoot for about a month.
Yeah.
So I was going to rent the camera, but renting it for a month cost more than the lens. I was going to rent the lens.
Yeah.
But renting it for a month cost more than buying it.
So you'd rather just.
So I didn't really make much money on the shoot, but it paid for this lens.
Yeah.
So if you could move that way a little bit,
Okay.
I'm going to lean over you. Is that okay if I lean over
yeah.
you,
That's
Brian?
okay. That's okay.
Thank you. Okay, that's perfect. Let's. I usually have a mount on my car, but we're in Brian's car,
Okay.
and he didn't want to take my car because he didn't trust my driving, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I've been living in Kenya for. What's going on here? There we go. Okay.
You know you're the only person that I know who uses Nikon.
Everybody uses Canon.
Canon. My friends use Canon and Sony.
Maybe this video will make Nikon think about putting me back in their professional services again.
Yeah, you're the only.
Because I bought a Z9 here. They didn't like that I bought it here. They wanted me to have bought it in the States.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our lovely bird is facing the other way, but it is.
But you got a shot?
But I got a shot, but I'm not going to show it because it's.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite photos. I
Yeah.
can tell you that right now. Let's put this back here. There we go. I'll be able to reach it better now.
Yeah.
So, favorite photos.
Yeah. 5 favorite photos.
5 favorite photos. I have a woman named Elizabeth who is a Turkana woman. That's not her full name. And I would not do justice pronouncing her real name, but she's running in the rubble of Napadet, the basalt rubble, lots of rocks.
Yeah.
And she's running, and I'm running next to her, and we're laughing. I'm snapping the picture as I'm running, and it's a beautiful picture of Napadet. You've been to Napadet.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite pictures. It's beautiful. I love the photographs that I've taken up in Turkana.
Yeah. And that's how we met.
And that's how we met. We met in Turkana.
We met in Turkana, by the way.
So Turkana is, for those of you who don't know, and most people probably in Kenya do know what Turkana is and where Turkana is. It's where, it's called the birthplace of humanity.
Yes, of mankind.
Where some of the most important fossils were discovered. It's very hard to tell you what my 5 favorite photos are because I love them all. No, it's true. I have I like a lot of my abstracts, but I couldn't tell you which one was my favorite. I have one that looks like rust of a car. I took a car, old car rusting, and it looks like Munch's Scream, his painting, The Scream, and that's one of my favorites. And what else? What else? Gosh, I have photographs of I think I have so many wildlife photographs. I love it. I love one of a black and white I took that I did of Mount Kenya when I was hiking up there, and it's a beautiful photograph with mist all around it.
Yeah.
Some of the photographs I've taken in the park are my favorites. Some of the photographs with the giraffe and the city in the background.
Yeah.
The lion being chased by a black rhino. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yes. Here we have an ostrich.
Yeah. A bit bad.
And he's going to pass by.
Yeah.
And
Would you fight an ostrich?
no, I would not fight an ostrich. Look at those dinosaur legs. Look at those claws on that. That ostrich could kill you in a second. No,
Yeah,
I
with
would
a
go
kick.
away from I would go away from an ostrich. I watched the lion chase down an ostrich, and the lion did not succeed. They're so fast.
Yeah. It's a strong bird, huh?
Yeah, they're beautiful though, and I love them.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite animals, just because they sometimes look so ridiculous. I love bat-eared foxes too,
Yeah.
but we don't have any in this park. I think we
Ah.
once did, but I don't see it. I haven't seen any at all ever here.
Yeah. So Turkana, that's how we met. We met in 2021. You
Yes.
remember?
We met in 2021 with my dear friend
Friend.
Isaiah
Yeah.
Nengo, who was then director of the Turkana Basin Institute.
Yes. TBI.
TBI.
Yeah.
Which,
So there was a research team that was going there, and I was going there to also be a drone pilot for them.
right. I remember that.
You remember? And then our friend.
There was a group of artists who came up,
Yes.
and you guys stayed for 2-3 days and went off to party in Lamu.
Yes.
And you invited me to Lamu, but I told Isaiah I'm not staying anymore. I'm going to Lamu. But I told him his face went, and but then I said I'm just joking. I'm staying. I stayed 3 weeks in Napadet and Lothagam. I guess mostly Napadet that trip.
Yeah.
But I've been back a number of times since then, photographing different areas.
I haven't gone since.
Turkana.
I think the memory of Isaiah has just.
Yeah, Isaiah died sadly.
Yeah. So Isaiah is our mutual friend,
Yes.
who was a paleontologist,
Yeah.
and he worked anthropologist. Yes.
Paleoanthropologist.
He was a really learned friend.
Yes, he studied. His main love was studying the origins of humanity. And
Yes.
finding fossils.
prehistoric fossils.
But we found many different fossils when I was with him,
Yeah.
and the many different trips I took with him.
Yeah.
And he was a very good
He
friend.
was a very good man.
And it's quite hot in Lothagam.
Yeah.
I spent several weeks in Lothagam with another research crew, and it was 45 degrees centigrade.
45.
Celsius.
What?
45 degrees Celsius every day when we were working.
Yeah.
And imagine photographing in that heat.
Yeah.
Lots of water. You drink 10
Yeah,
liters
yeah.
of water. 45 Celsius is 112 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. I remember Isaiah always told us, always drink water, always carry water, drink water, drink
Yeah,
water, drink
I
water.
Drank 10 liters of water
A day.
a day.
Yeah.
And it was
good man.
great. We lived in tents, and
Yeah.
I would just follow the scientists around and the research teams around and photograph them and photograph the scenery, the landscape, harsh
Yeah.
landscape.
Yeah.
I remember once in Napadet there was, I don't think you were there, we were taking a break, and two elderly men walked up, two elderly Turkana men, and they just wanted to know if anybody saw their donkeys. So I had taken a hike by myself that day,
Yeah.
and I said, I saw your donkeys. And I pointed in the direction, and I told them it was by a hyena den about 3 kilometers away. They were there,
Yeah.
and they knew exactly where that hyena den was.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't speak Kiswahili or English,
Then.
but there was a translator.
Yeah. But Isaiah was a good man. Do you know what, he once took me to myself and a friend of mine called Alison, and we
I
went.
know Allison.
You know Alison? We went to the museum here
Yeah.
in Nairobi.
And you saw
Behind-
the Turkana boy?
Yeah, we saw Turkana boy
Yes.
live.
The real Turkana
The real
boy.
Turkana boy, behind the scenes, behind the museum, at the night of the museum.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he was a good man.
Yes.
It was sad
Rest
that
in peace,
rest in peace,
Isaiah. We love
Dr. Isaiah
We really
Nengo.
do.
Yeah. How is TBI since he left? How have you been there? You've told me you've been there before. You've been there.
I've been there, yes.
Yeah.
TBI is still going strong.
How often do you go?
I haven't been for about 2 years now.
Okay. I'd love to go. I mean,
I think we should go sometime. Why don't we go sometime and
yeah.
do a piece? You and I can work together on a
Yes,
piece if you'd
sure.
like to.
How long did you live in New York?
I grew up in New York City.
Ah,
I
how was
love
it?
New York City. I grew up in a neighborhood called Washington Heights
Okay.
in Upper Manhattan.
How was it?
It was quite an interesting neighborhood. Back then, when I was growing up, most neighborhoods were made up of one ethnicity as a major component. But my neighborhood was made up of everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
We had Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Greeks, Eastern European and Western European Jews, Irish, a lot of Irish. We had probably more Irish bars per block than they may have had in Dublin. We had a number of Chinese people. We had quite a number of Black Americans. My neighbor was a Panamanian. I lived in a small apartment. I grew up in a small apartment with my parents. The neighborhood I lived in Washington Heights and North Manhattan included 2 neighborhoods, Washington Heights and Inwood. So I say I loved it. I had a lot of friends from different cultures. We all got along well. We all made fun of each other, which was fine because, but we loved each other. And if anybody else would make fun of us, we really defended one another.
Yeah.
It was a really wonderful neighborhood. It was multicultural and diverse before those became jargon and cliche words.
Yeah.
And we never thought of it as being that. We just thought it was normal.
It was normal.
We thought everybody lived like this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then, then of course, we learned as we were growing up that not everything was.
It was normal.
People did not always live like that.
Yeah.
So it was a middle class neighborhood, lower to upper middle class neighborhood, and
Yeah.
it was a great neighborhood. Lots of parks. Lots of beautiful parks. And one of the things I did later
But not
in life.
wildlife parks though.
Well, there's a Fort Tryon Park, which is very famous for the cloisters.
Mm-hmm.
No wildlife parks. It overlooks the Hudson River, and so does Inwood Hill Park, which is a 200-acre park in northern Manhattan. And I was director of an environmental organization called the Inwood Heights Parks Alliance. And one of the most important things that we did was we were able to create an educational, environmental and ecology educational center in the northern part of the park. And the park is basically undisturbed. It has trees that are 300 years old that grow more than 100 feet tall. And it also has the only natural marsh left in Manhattan. So it's at the very tip of northern Manhattan. And we built this ecology center, and we put 1,500 students through it every semester.
Yeah.
And we worked on erosion control, invasive species control. We did ecology workshops in the marsh and up in the forest. It's a hilly park, so, and it's like I said, it's only 220 acres, and about 90% of it is now a natural area, which we went to the City Council of New York, and had them pass a bill to make it a natural area so it would be protected forever.
And they did.
And they did.
Wow, that's beautiful. When did you come to Kenya? Your first time?
I came first time in 2007.
Oh.
Then I came in 2008 for a month, and 2009 for a month. 2010, 2011, 2012. My wife, who is Kenyan, and epidemiologist and a scientist, and works here, said,
You might have smart wife. Huh?
I married a smart wife. She's much smarter than me.
Yeah,
Do you hear that?
she's a scientist and you're a photographer.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
And lucky.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I came to Kenya. She said, well, I got this position. I was offered this position. I think it was at Wellcome Trust. I'm not sure. And it's a 2-year, we'll go for 2 years. And if that's okay, we'll talk about it. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. I loved all our trips to Kenya. I got to see quite a lot of Kenya. My favorite national park outside of Nairobi National Park might be Meru National Park.
It's also my favorite national park.
It is a beautiful park, and it's very wild.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we moved, and the 2 years went by, and we decided to stay. And I've been here 12 years. My mother came with I had to finish up some work, so I didn't come until early 2013. But my mother, who was 95 years, I said to her, Mom, we're leaving for Kenya. She was staying at our house in New York. And I said, well, I can send you off to my brother's studio in San Francisco. Nah, I don't want to do that, she said. We can get you assisted living home. Nah, I don't want to do that. Or you can't stay in your apartment because it's a walk up. And, you're 95. Although she was very good health, I have to say. Or you could come to Kenya. She didn't even think about it. I'll go to Kenya. And she loved it here.
Yeah.
She loved it here. She died here.
Ah, wow.
But, she lived a great life. She loved it.
Life.
She loved the people. She was at the museum.
Ah.
I don't know if you want to hear this.
No. Yeah. Yes, I want to hear this.
So my mother was at the museum.
She walked there.
Gave her no. She went to visit the museum here.
Okay.
We gave her a taxi driver, and the students at a school in the students were there, and they wanted to know who this show is, who is asking all these brilliant questions, but she knows all the answers. And my mother was a rare disease researcher and a martial arts expert and a pilot, so she had lived quite a life.
She would beat your ass.
Yeah, she would beat my ass. She never was. She was very gentle, actually.
Yeah.
But I used to go watch her do her martial arts, and there's a little article written about her and the martial arts, but I won't talk about that. We'll go back to
the museum.
So she visited. So the students asked the teacher if they could introduce themselves, and so they all stood in line and introduced themselves. Hello, Mrs. Gottlieb. My name is blah blah blah. My name is Mary. Then I go to the school, and then they asked the teacher if they could invite her to the school, and she went. So it's in an area out near the industrial area. It's a slum.
Yeah.
She went out there, and there are photographs of her being carried over the raw sewage because it was a rainy season. Rainy season.
Yeah.
And she went there and she said, these children, they're so smart. They want to learn. They dress well. They're so polite. She was so shocked that all the kids were so polite here.
Yeah.
Compared to children in the States.
In the States, yeah.
They're so welcoming, and they don't have that much here. They're sharing splintered desks. They're missing a wall in their school. Their textbooks are all ratted and torn. So she went out and she bought them all sorts of art material.
That's nice.
And then unfortunately she got sick and didn't make it. But at 95 she had an incredible life. And she loved Kenya.
Yeah.
So what can I say? And she got to see she once was a guide at the Bronx Zoo too. and so she loved animals.
Ah.
And she came here to the Nairobi National Park,
Yeah.
and she got to see lions, and she was thrilled, and giraffes, and the whole display of different animals here. She just loved it.
Do you think your
So may she rest in peace too.
yeah? Do you think your love for wildlife came from her?
You know, it may have. I used to read a lot of books about animals when I was a kid, and I think so. I think we used to go to the Bronx Zoo a lot when I was a child, and my mother being a guide at the Bronx Zoo, a volunteer guide while she was working, really helped too, because she knew a lot about the animals and would tell me about the animals. And you know, we used to watch this. We used to watch a show called, what was it called? I don't remember. There was a wonderful show about wildlife every week on television,
And not National Geographic.
it was not. It was before National Geographic. It was before the BBC shows. It was before the public broadcasting service shows.
Yeah.
It was Wild Kingdom. That's right, and it was Mutual of Omaha. So the insurance company sponsored it, and there was a guy who was the MC, the narrator. But it was really done well. And they would go all over the world and talk about wildlife,
Yeah.
and I loved it. It was my favorite show on television.
Yeah, and not to get away from that conversation, one thing I liked that you did before Isaiah died is you did a piece on him for National Geographic,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, that's something that
I have
I've
some
read
of-
it multiple times.
I read it, yes.
Yeah,
Some of my photos of Isaiah were in National Geographic.
yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that one of but his favorite photo wasn't, they did not, the photograph I took of Isaiah, that was his favorite photograph.
Yeah.
And I told them that they didn't like it for some reason. I love it.
You give me, I'll put it up.
Okay, I
Sure.
put it up on my, I've put it up on my, but it's great. It's wonderful that he was featured in National Geographic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And very grateful for National Geographic for allowing me to share photos of Isaiah.
He was a brilliant, good man, and I felt like he didn't peak. He died too soon, I
Yes.
think. But I mean, you did well with that article.
Well, the thing about Isaiah was that he helped everybody. He was interested in everybody.
Yeah.
If you were good at what you were doing and you were ambitious, he showed an interest in you.
Can I tell you something fun about him?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me something fun about Isaiah.
Before I started this Game Drive podcast thing, I shared with him, and he was supposed to be my first guest. I shared with him the idea and what I was thinking about doing, but I never got to start. So he died before I started.
Oh.
Yeah, and he encouraged me to do it.
So Isaiah invited me everywhere. I mean, we were good friends. We'd take walks all the time. He'd come over to the house. We'd drink scotch. We'd talk about all sorts of things, about paleontology, about humanity. It was great. The conversations were incredible. And he always came in with a gift for the children. He always has, first thing he would say is, "Where are those girls?" And he'd have his hands behind his back. And then he'd have a little gift for them.
Yeah.
He was very thoughtful.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that comes from the fact that, he also was young when he had an interest in paleontology and archaeology, and he went to the museum and was mesmerized by Dr. Richard Leakey,
Yeah.
who was it? Now, Richard Leakey never was really a doctor. He was an honorary doctor, right?
Okay.
I believe. Anyway,
Yeah.
he certainly was a lead in discovering all sorts of paleontology and archaeology wonders of the world, and helped, along with his parents, put Turkana on the map.
Yeah.
So anyway, Isaiah was discovered by Richard Leakey, and Isaiah wanted to work at the museum, and I think Richard said, "You have to go finish school." And then eventually Richard became enamored with Isaiah and helped him. And I think that is why Isaiah was always helping people.
Yeah.
And he was very, very, very crucial in starting up an archaeology and paleontology department at the Turkana University.
Yeah, and he was a professor in the university.
Right, he was a professor at Stony Brook.
Yeah,
And he was also
in the
the science director for Turkana Basin Institute at the same time.
Yeah,
and he was moving here. And unfortunately, he passed on. Two weeks after Richard Leakey passed on.
Yeah.
So very, very
That's
crazy.
tragic.
Yeah, so I see that they fixed up this bridge. This bridge was falling apart.
And then they put markers to help,
Yep.
drivers. You say that you're a journalist, right?
I did journalism for a while. I worked for I worked for a newspaper in Massachusetts for a while, called the Valley Advocate. There was a number of they had a number of newspapers. It was called New Mass Media. I think they're still around, but they were a weekly paper.
Yeah.
I used to write for them as well. I love writing too. And in fact, I just wrote something for Air Kenya's inflight magazine about Nairobi National Park. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
It's called Ndege, and I have a copy online. I have to go to Wilson Airport to pick up a copy.
But you have an online copy?
I have an online copy. It's got 4 photographs here of a rhino, a rhino with an extremely big one, and a baby.
That you took?
That I took. Yeah, all the photographs I took. It's got a photograph of a leopard, it's got a photograph of a buffalo, and there's one other photograph. Oh, I think of a giraffe with the city in the background.
Yeah.
So, which I think is a beautiful photograph, by the way. So where were we?
We're talking about your journalism.
This conversation is going everywhere.
It's going everywhere, which I like, right? It's not as structured. I know you like structured interviews.
No, I don't like.
You don't mind this?
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I worked radio. I used to do interviews.
You did radio.
Yeah, I did.
You've done so much.
I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I've done a lot.
You did radio in New York.
I did radio in Idaho and Alaska.
Okay. Alaska. You lived in Alaska?
Massachusetts. And I lived in Alaska for 4 years.
Okay. When you're shooting the pipeline.
Shooting the pipeline. I worked on oil exploration too.
Yeah.
But that was not my first photograph that was sold. That was crazy. Let me see. You know what? Let me just check something.
Okay. Sure.
Let's take a commercial break.
Yeah.
Let's take a commercial break. Don't forget to join Friends of Nairobi National Park and support the park and come and help us out in the park. Use your skills to help Friends of Nairobi National Park in its 30th year of existence.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're rewriting we have a great guidebook, and we're rewriting the guidebook. That's another thing that we're doing, and we could always use the help of that too. It's a wonderful guidebook. It's about 80 pages, and it talks about the history of the park, the ecology of the park. But it was written 12 years ago, so it's time for a revision, and we don't have any other copies. In fact, the DG has asked me for a copy, but I haven't been able to find one, and I'm not giving him my only good copy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you were working on a book as well.
Yeah, I'm working on
which I'm still waiting because I need a signed copy.
Yeah, I'm working on a book, but we'll working on 2 books actually.
Mm-hmm.
And one is about Turkana, and one is about a wildlife area. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you like about Meru National Park?
What do I like about Meru? Everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
It's the ultimate wilderness.
Well, that's what they call it, the ultimate wilderness, and it is. I see lots of things. Some people tell me they go to Meru and they don't see that much. I say no.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen everything every day. Forest elephants.
Mm.
I think it may be a little harder to see things because there's a lot of forest in the park. But there are some areas where there's there's less forest.
Yeah.
I like it because it's wild, it's big, you can get lost in it. It's got all sorts of wonderful species, some that you don't find here. I don't know, there's just something about the landscape that calls to me,
Yeah.
and about the wilderness, and I love wilderness.
Yeah.
And
It is also one of my favorite parks. I like it because I have seen everything there. I have seen leopards there way more than I've seen here in Nairobi National Park. I've only spotted a leopard here once,
oh really?
but I've seen there multiple times. I've seen rhinos, I've seen elephants.
Yeah.
It's a good park.
Lots of different birds up in Meru.
Yeah.
Lots of water in Meru. Lots of rivers.
Yeah. River Tana, it passes through there.
Yeah.
We have multiple ostriches.
Multiple ostriches. Yes, there's about a dozen ostriches out on the horizon there.
Yeah. It looks like a family.
Nairobi National Park has many ostriches. I'm surprised. I think we have hundreds and hundreds of ostriches.
Yeah. With the current rising human wildlife conflict, especially with Nairobi National Park, Rongai is one of those areas that is heavily affected. Langata as well. We have baboons in Multimedia University. Like, what do you think would be the best way to handle it?
Well, I think that the establishment of the corridor, which we talked about, will help, especially with lion attacks on livestock. There's some giraffes over there to the right.
Yeah.
Maasai Giraffes. My daughter in 4th grade just did a report on Maasai Giraffes and built a little Maasai giraffe model out of clay, a diorama. Anyway, getting back to human-wildlife conflict, yes. I think what's the problem is that, we're surrounded, by the city on one side, but there's no fences basically on the south side. And the lions and the animals can go across.
Yeah.
And they will attack livestock.
Yeah.
Because livestock is easy to kill.
Yeah. And so fencing
lovely giraffes.
Yeah. And so fencing would be the solution?
No, fencing is probably not the solution. They are fenced. Some areas are fenced. Some of the landowners have put the fence behind their property so they can be attached to the park. But the problem is when the lions come in and there's no way out, they hit the fence, then they might get confused. What the wildlife corridor will do is bring them off to the Athi Kapiti plains and bring other ones off to here. It will be important not just for human wildlife conflict, but it'll be important for increasing the strength of the gene pool, because otherwise, without that corridor, our beautiful park that we love so much could become a glorified zoo, a 29,000 acre zoo. Increasing the health of the gene pool is very important, and the corridor will bring that in.
So when the corridor is opened, then it will make it easy for.
Well, I'm hoping that's one of the other things that has been done is that there's been a compensation scheme for people who have lost livestock, so they won't attack the lions and get vengeance upon the lions, because that doesn't do any good either.
Yeah.
And it just it divides people.
Yeah, I mean it can be sad, because also imagine one of your family members is eaten by a lion.
Yes, well, we did have the sad event of a girl getting killed.
Yeah.
And I think what happened was the lion got caught in the back of this area that was fenced within the park, and got caught in a small area and saw the girl. Yeah. And just took her. It was very sad.
It was very sad.
Very sad. Human wildlife conflict is some of the things that one of the issues that we're going to have a talk on human-wildlife conflict too. So,
In your meetings?
so at Friends of Nairobi National Park, we'll have it one of the, maybe at Matt Bronze or one of the clubs.
Yeah, but even having maybe like lion lights would help.
Oh yes, there are several people doing lion lights, and Friends of Nairobi National Park supports the lion lights, and what they do is they install lights near the bomas where the cows are at night, or near the barns, and the lights will flash because there's a sensor that will see that the lions are coming, and the lions do not like flashing lights. Predators do not like flashing lights. If the lights just came on and were solid, the lions wouldn't care. They would attack the animals anyway. The lights have to be flashing. One of the problems is that these lights, they do break down and they're not repaired. One of the other things that we're working on is installing, trying to raise funds, a matching fund, to build stronger bomas so the lions can't get in at night. And stronger bomas are probably better than even lion lights. And we would like the owner of the land to provide some of the funds for it, so they can not let it go into disrepair. Because if we pay for everything, it will go into disrepair, as some of the lion lights have. So I think that's one of the other ways of dealing with human-wildlife conflict.
Yeah.
But we're very excited about the corridor coming through. We wish it were wider, but 100 meters is better than
Nothing.
It's better than 20 meters wide, and it's not as good as a kilometer, but who knows, maybe several more corridors can be added in the future.
Yeah.
Lions are better hunters at night than they are at day. I've watched the lions before going home for about an hour, herding the impala and the zebra from one end of a small savanna area to the other end, back and forth the whole time, and they were going to attack at night. They were just wearing them down and deciding which one to attack. There was two lions on each side, and they back and forth they were going. Anyway, what do we have here?
It's a big male lion.
It's a lion.
Yeah, it's a big male. You can see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Let's let these people go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we pull up in front of this guy? Pull up in front of him. No, back up and then pull up in front of him.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get a good. I'm trying to see which lion that is.
Oh, you know them by the...
Well, people give them names, but sometimes I prefer not to know the names because it's more wild that way.
Yeah.
The lions don't know our names, so why should we name them? Okay, you move up just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. That's perfect.
Yeah. With your camera?
Grab my camera.
Yeah, can hold your phone.
Hold my phone. He's not looking at us. He's looking away. He's probably going to go to sleep.
So that's what he does when he wants to go to sleep?
Well, they sleep more in the day than they do. Well, they sleep a lot. Lions sleep many hours a day.
Yeah.
They love their naps.
Yeah.
So you asked me what you talked about the cameras, right?
Yeah.
Why I'm only Nikon.
Yeah.
Well, with digital, I'm only Nikon.
Okay.
But I used to use Leicas, Hasselblads, Mamiyas.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cameras was the Mamiya 7.2. It was a rangefinder, just like the Leica, but a 2.25 body. Mamiya was great. I love those Mamiya cameras.
Yeah. So this is still 500.
And I used to also, this is a 500 too, but that's an f4.0 and this is an f5.6.
Okay. So
and this is also this is a different type of glass than the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the other one is slightly sharp. I don't know if I want to say sharper.
It's
But
kind of
slightly
sharper because of
more contrast, but this is still an incredibly sharp 500 millimeter.
Yeah.
And then I'm also shooting with I think I have a 16 to 35 on another body and a 70 to 200.
Yeah. They're trying to get its attention.
I know they're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. They're kids.
Yeah.
He's standing. You got the shot?
Yeah, I got the shot. Here it is. Let's see. Ta-da! I don't know if you can see it on there.
You'll share with me the photos.
I'll share with you the photo. Yeah, he's going to go to sleep for a while.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
So he is a leader of a pride? Or he's just alone?
I've seen this lion in down in Athi Basin, and he does have a name. It starts with an O, and I can't remember it.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
How do you tell?
How do you tell lions? You look at their whisker spots, and there's 2 lines of whisker spots that you use to identify. And each whisker spot, the whisker spots on individual lions are all different. So, but you have to. So that's the most reliable way of telling a lion. But they also have scratch marks from fights, torn ears from fights, and different colorations. So some lions have red manes, some lions have black manes, some lions have tan manes. So that's the males, of course.
Yeah.
And you can tell by their size too, but usually those are the key aspects. Markings on their fur. Certain fur patterns might be different on some lions than others, but on the whole, the most reliable source are the whisker markings. See,
Yeah.
that's how my wife recognizes me, by my whisker markings.
Yeah. Like, I'm fascinated at how he's the boss. Like,
He is the boss.
yeah, like he's not worried. Other animals can't just sleep like that. Like an impala can't just sleep like that.
Well, that's why most impalas are in groups. We haven't seen any impalas today, which is unusual. There are tons of impalas here,
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of herds, some bachelor herds.
Like, he's an apex predator.
He is the apex predator in this park.
This park. So he knows no one can do anything.
He's the African apex predator.
Yeah.
Then you've got leopards and cheetahs.
Yeah. But lions eat cheetahs, right? Yeah, right?
Lions will kill cheetahs and leopards if they can, because they look at them as a competitive threat to their existence.
Yeah.
They don't know that when a lion kills a cheetah, it doesn't know it's killing another endangered species. It doesn't know. It doesn't know that he's endangered or she's endangered.
Yeah.
Right? They're just doing what they were made to do.
Yeah.
What they were born to do.
Females hunt more than the males.
Females do hunt more than the males. In fact, the males may just watch the females hunt. Remember, the females often hunt in groups, as do males, young males particularly. They'll hunt in groups, and they'll push their prey towards other lions. One group of lions may go after let's say a buffalo this way, and push it that way, while other lions are hiding. So they're very smart in how they hunt, and they're the only cat that hunts in the groups. They only live to be 15 years in the wild.
Oh.
They don't have a very long lifespan, do they?
Oh, just like a house cat.
House cats can live to be. I had a house cat that lived to be 23.
Wow.
And he was a crazy cat too, and I think it was his orneriness that allowed him to live so long.
For long, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about female lions. hunting.
What about female lions hunting?
They hunt more than the males.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
female lions do hunt more than the males.
Yeah.
But the males will be the first to eat in the pride.
Wait, so the female will hunt it down, and then the male will come and fast it.
Yes, that's the law.
Okay.
That's the law of the jungle, the law of the savannah. The male lion's rules.
And then,
Sorry, ladies.
and until he's full, then everyone else can eat.
He can eat, and he will let the young of his pride eat. That's the funny thing. I've seen them. The young will come up and he.
Or they will eat together.
Well, the young will grab a few bites here and there.
Yeah. But the females will wait.
The females will wait. If they don't wait, they get swatted. And since he's much larger than the females,
he's capable.
He's capable. Now we did have one lion here named Sirikoi who died a while back last year, I believe, or was it the year before? And Sirikoi was able. I watched Sirikoi take down a buffalo by himself. Mm-hmm. A lion that can take down a buffalo by himself is an exceptionally strong lion.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. So his primary role is obviously protecting the pride.
His primary roles are protecting the pride and making more babies.
Okay.
Those are his primary roles.
Passing on the genes. And he will kill babies of another.
He will kill babies of another pride.
Yeah. And so he could have.
Sometimes lions become loners.
Yeah.
And they get kicked out of a pride. But our prides aren't as big here as they are in let's say
Mara.
the Mara or Laikipia. We don't have prides of 25.
Yeah.
We have ones 12, 13, 14.
And a male can be leader of multiple prides?
No.
Okay.
Not usually. They can go from pride to pride. If they get kicked out of one pride, they'll look for another pride.
And can the females gang up on the male? Like if.
Oh yeah, sure. The females can gang up on the males, and the females are quite strong as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I've seen the females not like a male. They'll kick the males out. They'll kick out a male that they don't like, or they'll kick out they might kick out a young subadult male as it's almost mature.
Yeah.
Go find your own family now. It's time for you to find your own family.
Yeah, you're 18 now.
Yeah.
You're an adult.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We go back the way we came?
No, let's keep going.
Let's come back here.
Are you ready to quit this conversation?
No, we can continue.
Let's continue.
Let's continue the conversation.
I'm here till you don't want to be here anymore. I'm happy.
No, you're having a good time.
Being chair of Friends of Nairobi National Park, I used to come to this park once a week, maybe twice a week, but being chair takes a lot of time. People don't realize it's just a volunteer position, but there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
It's not just events, it's also governance and making sure that it's governance, membership, planning, dealing with stakeholders, having meetings. There's always a meeting or a crisis or something that's going on. Plus, it's taking care of the organization.
Yeah.
And we have one full-time employee who's an interim project director, and we're looking for another employee for administrative director, and we have several interns.
That's it.
That's that's enough for now. I mean, we could always use more, but we like to put our resources into the projects.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of volunteers doing different things, newsletters, etc., like that.
Yeah.
If this park didn't exist, Nairobi would be much poorer.
You think?
Of course it would be.
How come?
There was a proposition by one of the political leaders to get rid of Nairobi National Park because it was a waste of space and we could build here. But of course, it was just looking to make money. Of course, Nairobi National Park's important. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard to destroy Nairobi National Park. Yeah. Just look at this place. It's the lungs of Nairobi. mean, it cleans the air that people breathe in Nairobi, in the big city. It attracts many tourists, which is an economic benefit.
Yeah.
And it's a healthy ecosystem. Look at these grasses. Look at the bushes. Look at the forests.
Yeah. Do you remember your first time in Nairobi National Park?
Do I remember my first time in Nairobi National? I was going to ask you to go that way, but you can go in this way.
Okay.
Do I remember my first time in Nairobi National Park? It was somewhere between 2007 and 2012. But I don't remember my first time. Go that way.
Okay.
But I remember I was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
And I took a little car into it, and it was beautiful. And as I got to know Nairobi National Park better,
Yeah.
all the little tracks and all the different habits of the animals, I fell in love with this park.
Yeah. Because nowadays most people just want to take pictures with their phones. Has it made it better? Has it made photography better or worse?
I think that there's two different types of photography.
Yeah.
There's photography as an art,
Okay.
and there's photography for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think taking pictures with an iPhone is fine.
It's fun.
I think you can do
For
some
social media.
you can do incredible things with an iPhone or a Samsung phone. I'm not.
Yeah. You're not advertising for.
I'm not advertising for Apple. I have no stock in Apple, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the iPhones. I don't mind people taking pictures with their phones, their camera phones. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's. People ask me what kind of
Left, right?
camera. Go that way.
Okay.
People ask me what kind of cameras they should get all the time, and I ask them, what are they going to do with it? Oh, take pictures of my family, take pictures of, there's a zebra. There you go. Take pictures of my family, take pictures of my kids, my dog. Yeah, use your phone.
Yeah. Just get a good.
If you want to get
fun.
involved more in photography, then get a better camera, get a digital camera for this and that. Get a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. We have one gray heron again, or is that a black-headed? It's hard to tell. And we have the lone crocodile. See, there's a lone croc that somehow, never saw crocs here before.
Yeah.
It's now been here for about a year, and it's growing. See it over there?
I can see. It's only one
There's only one here.
in this
They
town.
probably came here during the rains, moved from another bigger water area, and if you can stop right there,
Okay.
that's great. It's growing.
Yeah.
It was only about 3 feet long when I first spotted it. So
Yeah.
it's all by itself, this crocodile, though. So I don't know how long it will stay
Yeah.
because it needs to mate at some point, and it's going to want to mate.
Yeah. Maybe they'll bring a few more here.
Okay, so I brought you up here because sometimes there's a lot of vultures up here.
Can see cranes.
There's the gray-crested crane,
Yeah.
which is endangered.
Oh, it's endangered.
And there are more. Yes, it's endangered. There are only about 40,000 left, and one of the reasons it's endangered is, there's habitat destruction, of course, but it's very popular to put in dioramas in China. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah. What do they do with it?
They put them in dioramas. They put them in a glass case and put, grass around, dried grass around it, and stuff them and put them in dioramas.
But why? Is
Because
it?
they like it. They think it's artistic.
Oh.
They could make a model of it. They don't have to put the real one in.
Yeah.
They could make a beautiful model of it. That's one of the reasons. Habitat destruction, of course, is one of the other reasons.
Yeah.
And that's really great. 3 gray-crested cranes out there, folks.
In the herd of zebra, impalas, hartebeest. I've seen hartebeest.
Yes, there's the Grant's gazelles. You see the Grant gazelles over there with the white butt?
Yeah.
And then there's zebras. Well, if we get to Athi Basin, there will be, sometimes you can see 100 or 200 or 300 zebras going to the water and drinking. I've seen a herd of 100 grubby zebras in Samburu.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful sight. All those stripes together
Yeah.
with the white belly. They're unfortunately up in Samburu and Laikipia, grevy zebras tend to be the favorite food of lions. One endangered species eating another endangered species.
Yeah. I have
It's
seen in
ironic.
In Lower Conservancy, I've seen a lion hunting down a gravy zebra.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Only 2,600 grevy zebras left. It's about something
Only
like that. I think I give or take 100, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's a
2,600 grevy, and 90% of them are in Kenya.
that's a very small.
And we're also very lucky because we have 3 species of giraffe in Kenya. No other country in Africa has more than one.
Oh wow!
So we have the Rothschild or the Nubian, as it's called in some places. The reticulated and the Maasai giraffe that is in Nairobi National Park.
Yeah,
An ostrich, a male ostrich straight ahead.
yeah. Another male.
You know, can I have a coffee break once we get
Sure,
to
sure.
Let's have a coffee break by this ostrich.
Okay.
Let me put this back in there.
Okay.
What else do I have? Apple?
Yeah, an apple would be nice.
An apple would be nice.
I like fruits.
I have tangerines also.
I like fruits.
I always bring stuff to the park. I figure
Yeah.
I treat you.
Thank you.
There's
That
no
was very
charge,
thoughtful
no
of you.
charge.
That was very thoughtful of you.
So what else do we? And of course,
I'll
We'll-
have.
we'll both have an apple, okay?
Yeah.
We'll have the tangerines later.
Yeah.
I can just put it back in here. See this track here?
Yeah.
This track here is made by rhinos, and they come up here to drink
That water.
the water over there.
Ah. And so where are they coming from when they go from here?
Athi Basin.
Ah. So this is
Or-
the truck we're talking about.
And that's the trail.
Yeah. That we're talking about, and then
I have some video of them actually walking up.
walking from. That's pretty cool. What about the Kenyan food?
Kenyan food? Oh, I like Kenyan food.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I don't really like. I'll eat skooma, I'll eat kunde.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like githeri. Everybody makes it differently.
You like githeri?
Yeah, I like githeri.
But
I don't like ugali. I'm sorry, everyone. I just never got used to ugali. I don't understand it. But I like everything else.
These are warthogs.
I like Kenyan chicken. Yeah, these look like warthogs to me. Yep. They're very cool, aren't they? Right in the middle of the road.
Yeah. You know what people call warthogs?
Pumbaa? But that's not the real name.
I don't know if you listen to politics, Kenyan politics, but
I do. That's the other thing I don't like about Kenyan politics.
yeah.
But then again, where are politics
Yeah.
good, you know? People ask me about politicians and they start talking politics. And I say, "Look, please don't talk politics with me."
Yeah.
Keep your politics to yourself.
To yourself, yeah.
That's what I say to people.
I think he smells our fruits.
Yeah, maybe. I always left my political agenda at the newsroom door when I worked in journalism.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was very important because many of the people who I supported always put their foot in their mouth.
Yeah.
So I found that out very quickly.
Yeah. Is it hard when you're a journalist to be impartial?
I think that most journalists today are propagandists now, not journalists, because they don't go searching for the truth. They just react.
Yeah.
And they have an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they're taught today to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think journalism, I'm sorry about this, but I don't think journalism students make the best journalists. I was not a journalism student when I did journalism.
Yeah.
I studied geography, as I told you, and land use planning, etc.
Yeah.
And geology, but I don't think journalism students make the great journalists because they have no experience in the world. They haven't worked construction. They haven't done any work. They just come in with this academic
Style of journalism.
And they come in with what they're taught and with their beliefs, and they don't leave that at the newsroom door. They bring it in with them, and you have to leave your political beliefs at the newsroom door. You have to empty your mind of what you believe in, and if you can't do that, you won't be a good journalist.
That's true.
It's not that means you can't be compassionate, but you have to look at things with journalism should be about the truth, right?
Yeah.
Finding out what's true. How many good investigative journalists are there anymore?
Very few.
I don't think.
And they shouldn't give you their opinion on the
They
thing.
should not. That's for the editorial page.
Yeah.
The opinion. They should not give you your opinion, and they shouldn't misquote, which they do a lot now.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't copy what everybody else is saying. To me today, it seems like you can go from one newspaper to the other, or one TV station to the other, and you see the same thing, the same take on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're caught, they never apologize if they're caught for being wrong.
Yeah.
If a certain person does something bad, you have to expose it. If that person does something good, you have to expose it.
Because if you don't, then you pick a side. You're picking a side.
You're picking a side.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful this is, huh?
Yeah.
And there's the beautiful Gong Hills, of which I've taken many photos of. I have a whole series on the Gong Hills from here at the park.
Mm.
Look over there. He's carrying something. No. It's a black-shouldered kite.
He's just floating.
His black-shouldered kite. He's just hanging in there. Maybe you can get a good video of that.
Yeah. He's just floating.
They hover. They're beautiful black-shouldered. They have these bright red eyes, the adults.
Yeah.
We have a lot of them in the park.
Yeah.
Another bird.
Hey, they're mini.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to the park and I'm going to check the Socian Valley Road out.
Yeah.
There are many.
There's a very big population of giraffes down here.
There's a very big population of giraffes in the park.
Yeah.
That's very good because they're also endangered.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be endangered these days, huh?
Yeah.
Very sad. So, can you imagine this place full of buildings, concrete? That's what this guy wanted to do.
And for what?
You saw my press release I put out.
You put it after he said that?
Yeah, I put it out. I put out a big press release. And then other organizations followed after I put ours out.
Yeah.
You should read it. It's pretty good.
You'll send me a link.
Okay.
Yeah. I should read it.
It's not about me.
Yes.
It's about the park.
It's about the park.
stop here, please.
Okay.
Stop. Go in here for a second.
Okay.
Just a second. There's some lovely tracks here that follow the valley, but it gets very narrow.
Okay.
I just wanted to stop here and see if there's anything in this area. They're beautiful. I'll take you there one day. It's very high grasses. You find black rhinos. Black rhinos and white rhinos I've seen up here.
Do they get along, black and white?
I've never seen them fight each other, but they don't usually hang out together.
I can see animals there.
There's something that looks like. So you'll go into here, to the right. Is that, I don't know, is that
That's
rock?
stone.
That's
Yeah,
rock.
it's rock. Yeah.
Okay, just go this way. You can go this way. You can make a U-turn. Don't go this way for your car. Don't go. Just back out of here.
Oh, there are vultures here. Look at all those vultures.
Those are all marabou stork.
Oh, there were all of
Oh
them.
no, there's some vultures.
There's some vultures.
Oh, there's a lot of vultures.
Yeah.
There must be water there in the Meru pit. A lot of vultures. Maybe there's a kill there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to pull up here and let's get closer to the vultures for a second?
Yeah. And there are many.
Many. This is what I thought we'd find at the other place.
Yeah, there's a buttersaus here.
Ah, that's why. Yeah, there's so many vultures. Wow. Let's see if we can find a. I see white-backed, and a couple of. Wow. That's amazing. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a lap. I just see two different species, but I don't see the lapid-faced.
Yeah.
I see the white-backed. And the Rappel's griffin vulture. White-backed and Rappel's griffin vulture. Lots of them. Here comes one. But really important to see if we can find the lapid-faced.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah. There are many. So they've just come out of the water.
Some of them, yeah, they're drying their wings and sunning themselves and getting some energy from the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love the water. Vultures love water. And there's an eagle up here. Look at that tawny eagle.
Ah.
See it?
Yeah.
Tawny eagle. Many different color phases of a tawny eagle.
Yeah.
This has been a good drive, though.
Yeah, it has
we
been.
haven't seen tons of things like sometimes I do, but we've seen enough.
No, we've seen enough. We've
No
seen
rhinos yet, except from the distance.
From a distance, yeah.